That's very similar to what is it? Kingpin, the
Kingpin.
movie Kingpin.
Yeah, I know the movie. What part?
Yeah, where he owes the landlady a bunch of money and he can't pay her, so he ends up having sex with her.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Remember that? And she's just nasty.
Mm-hmm. It's too. It would be funny if it wasn't so sad. So sad, sad but true.
Exactly.
I'm so fucking pissed off about this thing. You don't even know.
Yeah,
This,
well, it's interesting, and again, we understand why, but it's interesting that Metallica, who is allegedly so fan friendly, that they don't make a statement about this.
no. Their statement was, we know it was fucked up, but too bad. That's really what their statement was. They put out a statement this week, and it was, we hear you. We hear you that it's been a clusterfuck to buy these tickets. Nothing about, we know you're getting raped in the ass to buy them. It's just, we know it's been a clusterfuck for you to get them. They're fine with taking this money, dude.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. We know the reason why, that they're not going to bite the hand that feeds them.
Mm-hmm.
But they're certainly not the working man's band.
No. They're the kind of band that needs to stand up.
Yeah, I agree.
Kid Rock is the biggest one, I think, that stood up. Maybe Pearl Jam. But Pearl Jam back in the day. I'm talking recently. Kid Rock is probably the biggest one to stand up. And even he's still going and using them because he has to. Otherwise he can't play these venues that are big enough for his concerts. I think that's why he's probably going to retire, because he just doesn't want to deal with this bullshit anymore. And he doesn't want to fuck his fans over completely. But if you look at any of the major bands, none of them have any problems with this. None of them are out there saying, this is fucking bullshit, don't do it.
Yeah, well, the thing is they'll end up like Journey.
Yeah, well, then maybe they should.
Yeah, if they speak up, they'll end up like Journey.
Do you really think that Metallica isn't big enough that they could cap their ticket prices?
They could. You would think they would.
Or sell them themselves on their own website. Again, we're talking about a band that has a lot of money.
Right.
I would think that Metallica is big enough, or Taylor Swift, or U2, or Springsteen, that if they really gave a fuck about their fans, just like I said before with the Springsteen thing, instead of playing for Live Nation, why can't they rent the building? Just like we would rent a club and then put on a show. Put some people in place and rent the venues. And sell the tickets yourself. At least then you could have some pride in your work. I love Metallica. I love them. I am as big a fan of Metallica as anybody on this planet. And for me to say that I will never see them again actually fucking pains me, given the amount of time and money and energy that I have put into loving that band. And it just sucks. It absolutely fucking sucks that they did this. And I guess maybe they were the ones that had to do it for me to finally put my fucking foot down. But it's just pathetic, dude. Where does it stop? They just proved that if you take a big band, that people will they will sell out 24 shows at 17,000 tickets a piece at between $1,000 and $10,000 a ticket. And they'll sell it out 24 times. So why not make the tickets $20,000 a ticket? Why not make the cheap seats $2,000 a ticket? Where's the end? There's got to be an end somewhere, doesn't there?
You would think so. What I don't understand is where do people get this kind of money?
I'm going to tell you where they get it. They when Taylor Swift was on tour, there were fucking housewives and guys too. I don't want to only blame the women, but they were going and getting like 2 and 3 credit cards and putting them on fucking credit cards. They were ruining their existence to take their fucking little sweetheart to Taylor Swift. or to take themselves to Metallica. You know how many people I would love to see, and I know there's nowhere to look for a stat on this. How many people do you think in the last 5 years have filed at least a bankruptcy, if not a foreclosure, because they didn't pay their bills because they went to some of this shit?
Yeah, well, that's what I would like to know.
I gotta think it's not like 5. I gotta think it's like thousands. Taylor Swift sold like 5 million tickets worldwide. People were flying when Taylor Swift was on tour. They were going to England or to Germany or wherever to see her because it was cheaper. It was cheaper to go over there where she wasn't as popular and see Taylor Swift, and fly there, and hotels and everything was cheaper than seeing her if you lived in Houston and she played Houston.